the best Bill Murray movie. Yeah, you heard me. You want to fight about it? For those of you who haven't seen it, the concept's quite simple. What would you do if you had to relive one of the worst days of your life over and over again? Well, if you're Bill Murray, you're going to do just about everything. Okay, review over for all of you that just left. For those who are still here, let's talk about some Bill Murray shenanigans. Here's the best bit of movie trivia I've ever heard. Bill Murray was actually bit by the groundhog twice during filming. So badly so, he had to get rabies shots. That's pretty nasty. Okay, so fun idea here. Bill Murray is basically an a-hole news reporter who's stuck reporting on the groundhog seeing his shadow in Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania. That's the gist of it. It's a boring and annoying day for this dude. He can't leave town because everybody's all snowed in. And he finds out that if he goes to sleep or if he dies, he ends up right back in the morning of which he started, first being at Punxsutawney. Everything happens the same over and over again. And he goes through all kind of motions here. He goes through first being in disbelief, then being creeped out, and then finally figuring out he can kind of game the system a bit because, hey, and this is the thing I think is really cool. If you know everything that's going to happen repeatedly, and you know whatever you do, it's just going to reset back to the way it was, you can pretty much kind of do anything you want within that small town. He can't leave the town, but he finds there's plenty he can do. He takes piano lessons. It gets kind of weird because he has to keep retelling the lady over and over again, like, hey, I've already been here with you, or I already know how to do this, so just teach me the next lesson, or something like that. He can just like mac on women if he wants to, like he macks on his producer over there. He macks on this other chick too. And what I mean by that is he figures out what they like, how to speak to them, because again, he just keeps getting to repeat the day over and over again until he's finally able to say exactly what he needs to say to get them to like him. Yeah, it's a bit skeezy. We're talking classic Bill Murray stuff. Mwah. Dude can rob banks if he wants to. He can jump off buildings. He actually goes through a whole stint where he's just ending his own life repeatedly because he doesn't want to be there anymore. He even kidnaps the groundhog. You get the idea. Okay, back to back trivia here. One, did you guys know the director of this movie was Harold Ramis? If you don't know who that is, that's Egon from the Ghostbusters movies. Awesome. And two, apparently Tom Hanks was actually considered to be lead role instead of Bill Murray for this, but Harold Ramis decided against it because, quote, Tom Hanks is too nice. I agree. I agree. Oh, and one correction. He's a weatherman. He's not a reporter. It's kind of both, really, but we'll say weatherman. At its core, this movie's definitely a rom-com. His relationship with his producer, Andy McDowell's character, they have a bit of a love-hate relationship going on. He's an a-hole. She's straight up just a solid person just trying to do her job. She has to put up with his shenanigans. But of course, as these movies go, he gets to basically be an a-hole that becomes reformed and learn his lesson kind of a thing. It's a bit cheesy, but it's really classic. It's actually one of my favorite rom-coms of all time. I think because there's a sense of just realness about when they're actually together. It just feels nice. It feels comfortable. It feels good. When he's good with her, when she's good with him, it's pleasant. That's what's important to me about a rom-com is the chemistry. Is it really there? Is it pleasant? Does it feel good? Do the people you see on screen actually make sense? And these two do. They make a lot of sense together. Definitely an older movie. I think it came out in 1993. Just to kind of give you guys an idea. I think I was 6 when it came out. Just so you know. I made some of you feel old, some of you feel young. But a fun movie to watch. I actually got to watch it with Katie not too long ago because she actually hadn't seen it before. So definitely check it out if you haven't. And if you have, let's talk about it. Let me know what you think. I love this movie.